Hey guys, Zedd here, bringing you another Xianghua 5 tips video. Just gonna get right into it here. Tip number 1. Xianghua's mix-ups are incredible. This you probably already know. But specifically, I want to say utilize 5AA hold a little more. So this guy right here is a fantastic setup. It is her fastest way to get into stance. It can be a true frame trap depending on what they respond with and what you do. But going into that stance from 5AA and then going for either the A, the K, or a grab are all really fantastic options that you should totally take advantage of. Like this, or like this, or even if you know they're going to retaliate, just duck their high, right? So if they're going to jab you, duck, kick. And that's a free lethal hit, right? Tip number 2, Xianghua has such a strong 4B. It's so strong. It's one of the best ways to close out a round. It's a very far-reaching move. So realistically, it's about a body and a half of range if you do their follow-ups, and about one body range if you don't. Right? This is an I-14. It beats a lot of stuff. It's a super good move. I highly recommend you use this and this. They have nerfed the tracking of 4BB, but 4BB is still fantastic. 4BA is still fantastic. I use both of these all the time. Not only does it net you free damage, but it is a superb way to close out the game. And alongside that, within this tip, I'm going to add in 1K slide A or 1K is also a fantastic way to end the game because you flex either the low or the mid, and it's really, you're not really going to know which one's coming. This pretty much is a true mix-up, if not a true mix-up. It's very good. And if you need the extra hit from the mid, note that this is a true string, that right there. So it's a really easy 40 damage to close out the game, especially if they think you're going to go for the low, whether it be 2K, 3A, 1A, or 1K. So use both of those, and you'll see more wins. Third tip I have for Xianghua's is don't be afraid to take advantage of plus frames. I know in my last tip video I talked about 4-4A hold, but there are more, right? You have 2-2K, and then her reversal is just super safe. You can also like just block after that. It's not plus by any means, but you do have that option. With these plus frames, you're able to really just abuse the opponent for taking their turn. So I'll just use 2-2K as an example. One thing you can do is 2-2K. Assuming they block anyway. Where are we here? There we go. So you can use 2-2K, and if they block, you just simply go for something else. If you know they're going to reversal edge, then you can just go for a 4-4A hold, because then you're cycling plus frames, right? So 2-2K, plus 2, 4-4A hold, plus 4, and if they're REing you, now you can just get a sidestep free instead of full crouch 3B. So use her plus frames, don't be afraid to cycle them, sauce them in when you can, as she is one of the characters who has frequent plus frames that she can actually utilize. Tip number 4. Xianghua has a fantastic while rising and full crouch game. She has some of, if not the best moves in both of those. And what I mean by that is full crouch meaning in a crouching position and while rising as she is standing. So quite honestly, I use both or all of her moves in both of those stances, but some really notable ones are, of course, full crouch 3B. It's a free launcher leading to our highest damaging regular launcher combo, no counter hit. You have full crouch 3A, fantastic low into high natural combo. You have full crouch 3K, not as good as the other two, but it creates, it basically resets neutral. You, of course, have while rising B. This is a fantastic move. You have while rising K hold. While rising A, or while rising A, and stay crouched. And then, of course, you have while rising 3B plus K, which bit of an awkward move, but it can definitely catch your opponent off guard, as it does combo into critical edge. So that's a fantastic option. My point is with this tip, take advantage of those by going into instant full crouch or instant while rising. And one way to really hide it is if you're running up to the opponent or even just forward dashing. Oh, pardon me, right? So something like this. And if you get really good at it, you'll just hide the fact you're guarding altogether. And that's kind of what you're aiming for, is you just want it to be an instant duck and just go for it, right? So something like boom, right? Or things like that, right? It takes a bit of practice, and of course now that I'm trying to demonstrate, I'm flubbing it a little bit, but Once you get it down, it's a fantastic steal. I mean, a lot of Xianghua players are familiar with insta full crouch 3B as it is safe, so this is a fantastic option for you. But just remember that her full crouch 3A is a fantastic low height, and it actually does cover quite a bit of ground as well. Right, so you can kind of engage with this, and it is a horizontal, so there is that as well. The insta full crouch 3K is more or less if you're reading. It's great if you're a character who has some kind of jumping verticals or jumping kicks that you know they're going to get in there. So for example, if a Maxi is going to use, I believe it's right cross K. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what it is, but it's basically his Bruce Lee kick, and he just runs at you, flies across the screen at you. That is a high. He is airborne. You are able to, if you know it's coming, you can reactively full crouch 3K, lethal hit into full combo. So. Fantastic options. Please use her while rising moves. Please use her full crouch moves. They are so good. And to go alongside that, just to top off this whole tip, use the moves that put her into a crouching state. She has a lot of good ones. Her 2A is not bad. Her 2B is really good. Her 2K is okay, but her 3A is great. And 3A, of course, you can just do, you can flex into stance, of course, PXS, or you can just 3A, 3A, right? Like you can really start messing with the opponent here. Full crouch, okay, right? So anyway, I could go on forever about those moves, and maybe I will in a different video, but full crouch moves, while rising moves, use them, love them, abuse them, carry on with your life. And for our last tip, I just wanted to point out the fact that she has the ability to flex even more options out of stance than what she appears to have. Zedd, what the heck do you mean? Well, what I mean is if you're going into SXS and the opponent just loves to say RE or GI, your mix-up, which is a fair option because, you know, when you do this, you don't have immediate access to a guard breaker. The best thing you can do is, of course, if they reverse ledge, you can try to wait, and go for this, or you can go, just kidding, just kidding, duck, and then go for this for that reverse ledge lethal hit. However, it's very hard. This is very difficult because you kind of have to know they're going to RE, as you're going to usually want to flex something like the A or the K faster. So I don't frequently do this unless I've conditioned the opponent to want to reverse ledge. However, what you can do is, especially if you're going into 5AA, as it's kind of the fastest transition, is you can go 5AA, boom, boom, right? And that works if they're REing and they're a bit slow to the punch, or if it's a character with a slower RE, or if they're slow to GI. The other thing that works is if they're quick to GI, you can go boom, boom, right? And just let it rip and get the lethal hit regardless. So to summarize that tip, don't be afraid to go for the read. Just kidding, B plus K, guard breaker. It's a fantastic option, and if you're wrong, then you're not actually, you're not totally out of, like a fish out of water, so you can go boom. Oh, pardon me. Right, just kidding, and then you're back into stance and you can continue your offense. Right, so those options are there for you. Not something I use too frequently, I will admit. However, it has literally won me some games against players who are very GI RE heavy against our stance mix-ups. Well, there you have it, guys. Another 5 tips for you, Xianghua. Let me know if you knew all of these, didn't know any of them, or if you learned anything in the video today. I like to give you good quality Xianghua content. Again, I do apologize for a lack of videos lately. Just been super busy IRL with work. Trying to move. Trying to figure things out with moving with my fiance, all that kind of stuff. DOA just came out, so I've had a lot on my plate. I do apologize. I hope I haven't lost some of you guys, and I do appreciate your continued support. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.